friends, my name is Shayla and today I'm here to talk about some books with you. So what I've decided to do is do a try a chapter book tag with all of my Page Habit books. I've been getting Page Habit for the last 5 months and I haven't gotten around to reading any of the books yet, but I'm itching to dig into one of these annotated books. So if you are not familiar with Page Habit, I do have an unboxing of my most recent box, so I will leave that linked down below for you so you can get more details there. But essentially, when Page Habit sends you a book, they are all annotated by the author. And I think that's going to be a really cool reading experience. That's not something I've ever really done very much. So I've decided to do a try a chapter book tag with it, and we'll go in order of when I received it and go from there. So the first book I received in Page Habit was Blood of the Four by Christopher Golden and Tim Levin. And both of the authors have annotated this, so I think that will be a really fun ride. So I'm going to go ahead and read the first chapter of this and come back to you. Okay, so I've read the first chapter of Blood of the Four. In this book, we follow two main characters. We follow Fella and we follow Blaine. In the first chapter, Fella stumbles upon something she shouldn't, and we learn a little bit about Blaine and his beliefs. He's studying to be a priest, but is that what he really believes? Anyhow, I don't know how I feel about this first chapter. I'm still trying to kind of wrap my head around it. I don't know if this is the kind of book I want to dig into at the moment. I'm not opposed to digging into it ever, but I think at the moment, I don't think it's what I'm looking for. So let's move on to the next book. So the next book I received was The Wolf by Leo Carew. I do know this is a fantasy because I received the fantasy box, so these are all fantasy novels. So I'm going to go ahead and read the first chapter of this one, as well as the prologue, because it looks like there's a prologue. Okay, I've actually just read the prologue of this one, but this is already super intriguing. So I can definitely tell you already that this is going to come before Blood of the Four. I kind of don't want to spoil myself further, so I'm really excited with where this one's going. This is very likely that I will pick up because it's kind of my aesthetic at the moment. So I am really excited. So the prologue's obviously a flashback, so I'll just read you the top couple of lines here on the back so you get a kind of idea of what it's about. War, rivalry, and honor in a world where the fiercest enemies are always closer than they seem. That's all I'm going to give you as a description on this one, but it's really kind of tickling the right notes for me on a book to read. So this is very high on my list. I might read this and another one this month, depending on how I feel about the others. Next up, we have Mem by Bethany C. Morrow. I know this is a futuristic book with elements of the 20s in it, so we'll see how this first chapter goes. Okay, so I just finished the first chapter of Mem, and this is also catching my attention very nicely. So essentially, this is about people who stored their memories in like this bank. And so we're following Dolores number 1, who witnessed a murder, and they say she's expired. That's about all I know at this point, and I'm really kind of excited to see where this goes. So there's a good chance I will read this and The Wolf this month because I'm really, really, really digging this. Next up, we have Try Trail of Lightning by Rebecca Girl-and-Horse. This is a Native American inspired urban fantasy story where our main character is a monster hunter. So I'm going to read the first chapter and get back to you guys with my thoughts. Okay, so in the first chapter of this book, we see our main character, Maggie, pick up a job, essentially, finding a girl who's been kidnapped by a monster. This is going to be good, but I don't think I'm in the mood for it at the moment. I think maybe later this month or into September, this will feel better. I might even save it for October because it is Monster Hunters, but I do plan on reading this relatively soon. It's upwards on my TBR, but the other two are speaking to me a little bit more right now. So let's move on to the last book. The last book we have here is The Bird and the Blade by Megan Bannon. This is an Asian-inspired YA fantasy. Now, YA fantasies and I haven't been getting along too great recently, but I'm still going to give this a try. Because it is Asian-inspired, I haven't really been reading much of that lately, so I'm hoping this might tickle that itch that I've been having. So I'm going to go ahead and dig into this first chapter, and again, get back to you. I can tell you right now I'm already a little bit impressed with the formatting, just because it's already very laid out. We have a table of contents, we have our cast of characters, and we have a nice map all in the front of the book, so if you get lost at all, you have those references easy to find. Rather than having to flip clear to the back, it's right at the front. And that layout I really like, so note to publishers. Okay, so I can already tell from this first bit that I've read that this is going to be a little more romance heavy than I'm looking for in a fantasy read right now. So though this is feeling like it's going to be better than most of the ones I've read recently, I'm not going to pick it up quite yet. I think I just need that little bit of break from YA fantasy and the romance tropes that infiltrate YA fantasy at the moment, that I'm going to wait a little bit longer on this one. This will probably be the first YA fantasy I pick up when I feel ready to pick them up again. But I do have to say, I do like where this is headed. I like the atmosphere. You know, we already have the kindly prince helping out the slave girl, so I can kind of see where it's going a little bit, and I'm okay with that. I just need a break from that style of story for a minute, so I'm not going to pick this one for right now. So, I think this triad chapter went well. I actually ended up deciding to read 2 of the 5 right away. So I will be reading Mem by Bethany C. Morrow, which is the 1920s memory-inspired story, and then The Wolf, which is a dark fantasy. So I am really excited for both of these. So I've just been itching for some really good, not so cliche fantasies lately. So that's why I thought I'd do this triad chapter tag, and I am really excited about both of these. They're really scratching the itches that I've got right now. So once I finish my current read, which is Heartless by Gail Carriger, I'll be picking up one of these 2. I'll be picking them up back to back most likely because I am really excited about both. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Shay. Thank you for stopping by. I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and click the little bell icon so you know when to come and hang out with me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below if any of these books sound interesting to you, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.